Hi, and welcome to Katherine Edwards Yoga. Today's practice is a hip and heart-opening gentle vinyasa flow available for all levels. We'll begin in a comfortable seat, taking a moment to center inwards. Becoming aware of the breath, start to deepen the inhale, feel the belly expand. Exhale, releasing all the air out, belly comes in. Staying with this deep breath, bring to mind an intention for this practice. Allowing yourself to breathe that intention inwards and cultivate that for your flow. Opening the eyes if they were closed. You can start to make your way to hands and knees, adding a little padding under the knees if you desire. We'll take this into cat and cow. On your inhale, belly will lower, neck and head look up. Exhale, round the spine, look in towards the belly button. Take a couple more rounds like this, following your own breath. Arching the back on the inhale. Rounding on the exhale, shoulder blades reaching high. And we'll adjust this into circles round the hands and the knees. So you can feel this warm up through the shoulders, through the hips, maybe adding some spine movement if that feels good. And changing direction on those circles, whatever pace feels good to you. Coming back to your neutral spine. One more round of cat and cow. And then we'll reach the right arm forward, left leg back. Finding your balance, engaging the core. You're welcome to hold this shape or flow with the breath. Exhale to curl in, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend back out long. Two more. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl inwards. Reach it back out. We'll keep that leg lifted. Right hand can come back down to the mat. Take a 90-degree bend of that left leg, and we'll do some knee circles, feeling that warm up through the hip, finding that range of motion through the joint. Change direction on those circles. Coming back to that foot raised. Option to reach that right hand back round, grab hold of the ankle or the foot, and if you're making contact, press that foot back, feel that opening through the heart center. One more breath. Gently release back down to all fours. Take a couple rounds of cat and cow to release. Second side. Reach right leg back, left arm forward, finding your balance, engaging the core. Option to stay in this shape or move through with the breath. Exhale, round in. Inhale and extend. Exhale and curl. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Left hand can come down to the mat, 90-degree bend of that back leg, and we'll take those circles again. Thinking of that right knee, drawing as big a circle as possible, feeling that warm up through the hip joint. And change direction on the circle. Coming back to that 90-degree bend, foot reaching up, option to reach the left arm back, grab hold of the back foot. If you have that balance, press that right foot back, feel that opening through the front center. Releasing back down to tabletop, maybe another round of cat and cow. And walk the hands forward a few inches, set up for puppy pose. Hips stay lifted, the chest can reach down towards the mat. Letting the head hang heavy, or the forehead might rest on the ground if that's comfortable. Feel that opening through the heart center, through the upper shoulders, feeling that extension through the spine, through the upper body. back to fours. We'll move into downward facing dog. Palms pressing to the ground, hips lifting high. Might feel nice to pedal the legs, bend one knee and the other as we wake up the calf and hamstring muscles. On your next inhale, come forward plank pose, and you can lower the knees, the chest, the chin, come all the way to lie down on your belly on the ground, arms resting by your sides. Inhale, we're going to lift chest, neck, and head. Option to interlace the hands behind the back. Option to lift the legs as well. Feeling that whole back body turn on as you lift up, engaging the spine. Releasing back down. Take a rest. You're welcome to make a pillow with the hands and turn the head to one side. We'll take one more round. Arms come by the sides. Inhale, lift head, neck, and chest. Option to take that interlace, option for the legs to lift as well, feeling the glutes engage, feeling the shoulders reach back, opening the heart center, and releasing down. You may choose to bend the knees, windshield wiper legs side to side to release. When you're ready, you can press yourself back into a child's pose, hips resting over the heels, arms reaching in front. From child's pose, make your way back to your down dog. Walking to the top of the mat on your inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand, arms reaching high. Exhale, hands to prayer, and releasing mountain pose. We'll take a few sun salutations. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down, step back to plank pose. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Making your way back to downward facing dog. Look to your hands, walk or hop top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center, releasing by the sides. Inhale into chair pose. Hips sink low, arms reaching high. And on your next exhale, release forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down, step it back, plank pose, optional vinyasa flow. Exhale to lower. Inhale, heart scoops forward. Exhale, meeting back in down dog. Walk or hop top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale into chair. Straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Hands to heart center, return mountain pose. Inhale back into chair. We'll be here one full breath. Keep those hips low. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down, step back, plank pose, moving through your vinyasa flow. You're always welcome to skip the vinyasas, just make your way back to a down dog. From down dog, inhale, right leg will lift. Exhale, step the right foot forward, set up for a low lunge, arms reach high. You're welcome to pat that back knee. Take right hand to right hip, left arm reaches up and over for a side stretch, breathing space through that left rib cage. Coming back to center, we'll change the grip. Interlace hands behind the head, elbows press out. Feel your heart lift up, pressing the head back into your hands, feeling that length through the spine. Release the hands inside the right foot and we'll set up for lizard. Toe points out 45 degrees and we'll take some circles around the hands and the wrist, keeping that knee glued to the right bicep so you feel that warm up in the hip. And change direction on the circles. Coming back to center, you're welcome to stay there or extend that right knee out to the right, coming on edge of the foot, Option to lower to one or both forearms, just checking in what feels appropriate for your body. Letting the head hang heavy, breathing space to open up that right hip. And we'll set up for a twist. If you're on your forearms, you might press back up to the palms. Reach that right arm up and over towards back of the mat. Feel that opening through the front shoulder. If it's comfortable, you can bend the back knee, see about grabbing that back foot, either pulling the foot in for a quad stretch or option to press the foot out. Feel that opening through the heart center. Releasing. We'll step back to plank pose, optional vinyasa flow as you make your way back to a downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, step forward, low lunge, second side, arms sweep overhead. Take left hand to left hip, right arm reaches up and over for that side stretch. Feeling that length through the spine, reaching up and at the heart center, tipping up and over for your side bend. Coming back up to center, take that interlace behind the head. Feel the elbows pressing back, lifting the heart up, feeling that opening through the front body. And release hands to the ground inside the left foot, adjusting so the toes point out 45 degrees. We'll take those circles around the hands and the wrists, again keeping that left knee close to the left bicep, getting that warm up through the left hip joint, and changing direction on the circles. Coming back to center, take it to lizard, option to open that left knee out to the left, maybe coming down to one or both forearms. And again, letting the head, neck relax. Maybe even a little wiggle of the jaw. See what can let go here. We'll set up for that twist. Again, if you're on the forearms, option to press back up to palms. Reaching that left arm up and back towards back of the mat. Feel that opening through that left shoulder. Option to bend the back knee. If it's accessible, grabbing hold of the foot, either taking that quad stretch or kicking the foot out for that heart opener. Releasing, step it back, plank pose, optional vinyasa flow. We'll meet back in down dog. Walk or hop top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose. On your next inhale, you can reach up and stand. Return back, mountain pose. Inhale into chair. On your next exhale, straighten the legs, come to a fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, step back, plank pose. Your choice of vinyasa flow. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, right leg will lift. Exhale, step forward, warrior one. Back heel is grounded, toes pointed 45 degrees, arms reach overhead. We'll change the arms to an interlace behind the back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together, open through the heart center. And on your next exhale, we'll take it to devotional warrior, reaching that torso over the front thigh, keeping those arms in that clasp, arms reaching towards front of the mat, letting the head hang heavy. Bring yourself back up to Warrior One. Release the arms up overhead. And we'll transition Warrior Two, facing long edge of the mat. Flip the front palm. Take it into reverse warrior. Right arm reaches back. Left hand can rest on the thigh or a half bind behind small of the back. Coming back to Warrior Two. Set up for triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward, out and down. Finding that rotation through the middle, upper back. Top arm reaching up. Feeling that extension from each fingertip to fingertip. If it's comfortable, you might choose to look up at that top arm. Coming back to Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse, find the side stretch. Exhale, cartwheel hands down to the ground, step back, plank pose. Optional vinyasa flow. We'll meet back in down dog. In down dog, inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, step forward, Warrior One, second side. Back heel is grounded, hips point forward, arms reach overhead. Changing hands to that interlace behind the back. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze together. Find that extension as the spine reaches up, opening that heart center. On your next exhale, devotional warrior, keeping that shape of the arms. Torso comes over that front thigh, or if you have a little extra room, perhaps just inside the left thigh. Staying strong through the legs. Use that strength of the core to reach back up, releasing arms overhead. And open up Warrior Two, face long edge, second side. Flip the left palm, left arm reaches back. Reverse warrior, breathing space through that left rib cage. Returning back to Warrior Two. We'll set up triangle pose, straighten the front leg, reaching forward, out and down. Take that 90-degree rotation. Feeling that opening through that inner left thigh. Finding a very slight squeeze of the inner thighs, so you feel that lift through the hips. See if that lift can continue through the spine, crown of the head reaching forward, arms reaching wide each direction, extending each and every limb. Bringing it back up to Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse, find your side stretch. Exhale, windmill hands down to the ground, step back, plank pose, optional vinyasa flow. From down dog, walk or hop top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sit into chair pose, arms reaching up. And we'll stand, reaching arms overhead, releasing back, mountain pose. Inhale, sit into chair. On your next exhale, release forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release down, stepping back, plank pose, moving through your vinyasa flow. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, right leg will lift. Exhale, step forward, Warrior One. Back heel comes down, arms reach forward, facing front of the mat. We'll take archer arms. Left hand can reach to the shoulder blades. Right hand can either press that upper elbow or reach behind, either finding a grip of the hands or taking a prop like a strap or towel to bring the hands closer together. Keeping that lift through the front chest, Feel that opening in that left tricep. Breathing here. Releasing the arms back up overhead. Switch the stance to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And we'll set up for a side angle pose. You can bring that right forearm, top of the right thigh, left arm either overhead or 45 degrees. Feel like you want to take a bind. You can bring left hand behind the back, right arm reaches under the thigh. Again, either using a strap, a towel, or finding that grip of the fingers. Whatever variation you're in, feel that edge of the back foot rooting down, getting that extension through the left side body. Gently release back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel, hands down, step back, plank pose, moving through your vinyasa. Meeting back in down dog, inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, step forward, warrior one, hips point forward, arms reach overhead. We'll take archer arms second side, right hand comes between the shoulder blades, left hand can press into that top elbow, or take the variation behind the back, bringing fingertips to grip, or maybe finding a strap, a towel, or gripping the back of your shirt as you draw the arms closer together. Feel shoulder blades pressing together, opening that front heart center, breathing space through that right tricep. Releasing the arms back up overhead. Change your stance to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, setting up side angle pose. Left forearm, top of left thigh, right arm can be overhead or 45 degrees. Or if you took the bind in the first side, try that again here. Right arm reaches behind, left arm reaches under the left thigh. Finding a grip of the fingers or using your props to help. Release back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill, hands down to the ground, step back, plank pose, moving through your choice of vinyasa flow. From down dog, walk or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose. Releasing up to stand, meeting back, mountain pose. And we'll set up for a series of balance poses. For mountain pose, find your center of gravity. And we'll lift the right leg up, coming into tree pose. Either bringing foot to the inner calf or inner thigh. Palms can come together in prayer. Feeling that standing leg root down to the earth. Crown of the head reaching high. Option for arms to reach overhead as well. We'll transition into eagle pose. You can bring that right knee forward, wrap it around the left. Hands come out in front, right arm reaches under the left, either taking that eagle bind or you can take a hug across the shoulders if that's better. Option to curl inwards, feeling yourself hugging that center of gravity, shoulders reaching forward, opening the back of the heart center. And release it back, mountain pose. You can shake the arms, the legs. Setting up second side, find your center of gravity once again. This time, left knee will lift up, opening for tree pose. Open the knee out to the right. Hands can come together in prayer. Option for arms to reach overhead or any other variation of tree you would like to take. Transitioning to eagle pose. We'll bring that left knee forward, wrap left leg around the right, arms come forward, wrapping left under right, eagle arms or that hug. Option to curl inwards. Feeling shoulders pressing forward, so we're opening scapula. And again, releasing back mountain pose. Take a shake of the legs, the arms. On your next inhale, arms reach high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Releasing down, inhale, curl forward, cobra or up dog. Exhale, meeting back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg will lift. And exhale, pigeon pose, sweeping right knee forward, left leg presses back. You can either stay lifted or if it's comfortable, walk the arms forward, bringing yourself over that front leg, letting the forehead rest on the forearms. If this pose is uncomfortable for any reason, you can also take the variation on your back, crossing ankle over thigh, drawing legs in, figure 4 stretch for that exact same hip opener. We're going to transition into a seated pose. So if you're in pigeon, start to walk the hands back in. If you're on your back, you can gently make your way up to a seat. For those of you in pigeon pose, we're going to sweep that left leg towards the front of the mat, keeping that right knee bent, and we'll move that inner sole of the right foot inside the left thigh, Janushirasana. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the left leg. Think of that heart reaching forward. Releasing the stretch, we'll come into bliss pose. Press that right hand to the ground behind, and then we're going to lift the hips. That left arm will reach up and over. Optional arm circles, wrist circles, any other movement that feels good. Feeling the stretch as you open the whole front body, finding some length through the left side body as well. And we'll release back to a seat. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Welcome to stay here in down dog or inhale plank pose, your choice of vinyasa flow. Meeting in down dog, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, setting up for pigeon, sweep that left leg forward, back leg down. Option to walk the arms forward, coming down to your own degree, or taking this on the back as a figure 4, opening up that left hip. And slow down the breath again. Breathing into the hip opener, and checking to see if there's anywhere else in the body that's holding on. It doesn't need to right now. See if you can release that. Allow yourself to surrender in the pose. If you're in pigeon, you can start to walk the hands back in. If you're on your back, come back up to a seat. From pigeon, you can sit onto that left hip, swing the right leg up to the front of the mat, setting up Janu Shirsasana legs. Left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. On the inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, heart reaches forward into your forward fold. Coming back to that deep breathing. Using each exhale to draw that heart forward over the front leg. Releasing that forward fold. You can bring left hand to the ground behind you. Inhale, we'll reach the hips up. Top arm can either reach to the back of the mat, maybe take some wrist circles, some arm circles, any movement that feels good here. Feeling that opening through the front body, opening through the front chest, getting that extension through the right side as well. Coming back down to a seat, you can sweep yourself back to hands and knees. Take it back to a down dog, maybe shake off the legs. Optional vinyasa flow. Inhale forward, exhale to lower. Inhale, scooping the heart forward. Exhale back to down dog. Walk or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to stand, meeting back, mountain pose. We'll turn to face long edge of the mat. Hands can come to hips, feet parallel. Taking a wide leg stance and setting up for our fold. On your exhale, you can come down. Hands might reach towards the ground. It might feel nice to bend one knee at a time, ease into the shape. Remind the head to hang heavy. Adding a little shake of the head or a nod, just let that let go. We'll stay here for about 5 more breaths. Your choice if you want to keep some simple movement, or simply let yourself hang still and gravity gently ease you into the shape. One more breath here. On an inhale, you can bring yourself back up to stand. We'll change the feet to point out about 45 degrees, setting up goddess pose. Take hands to an interlace, pressing palms up overhead. And you might try a sway side to side, opening the hips. Maybe coming down a little lower in the seat if you want an extra challenge in the shape. Release the interlace. We'll bring palms to rest on top of the thighs. And we'll take a shoulder and hip opener. On your exhale, press the right shoulder down towards that left thigh, and you can use that left hand to open up that left hip. Coming back up, we'll change sides. Right shoulder pressing down, using that right hand to open up through the left hip here, feeling both that hip and shoulder opener. Moving with the breath, you can take it back and forth each side, flowing at your own pace here, however fast or slow feels good for you. We'll set up for one more forward fold. You can straighten the legs, walk the feet in, bring them back to parallel. Taking an interlace behind the back. On your exhale, chest reaches forward. And we'll keep that interlace of the fingers. Feel that opening through the shoulders, through the heart center. Again, your choice if you want to have some movement, bending one knee and the other, or allow yourself to stay still and gravity pull you forward in the shape. On the next inhale, come back up to stand, hands to hips, and you can bring the feet in about hips width, toes point out 45 degrees to come into Yogi Squat Malasana. Bring hands to prayer. If it's comfortable, elbows compress into the inner thighs or knees. Feel that opening through the hips. It might feel nice to add a little sway side to side. Again, exploring that hip opener. Bringing yourself down to a seat. We'll set up wide leg forward fold. Might feel nice to have hands behind you to start, sitting up tall. If this is enough stretch, stay here. Otherwise, you can walk hands forward, take it into a forward fold, heart reaching in front of you. Slowing down the breath again. Reminding yourself that length in the breath. It's a signal to the body to let go and lengthen through the muscles as well. Start walking those fingers over towards the right toes. Come to a fold over that right leg, grabbing the foot, the ankle, the calf. Again, think of the heart reaching forward, using each exhale to come deeper into the shape. Keeping the heart reaching forward, we'll start walking fingers over towards the other side. Reaching for the left foot, calf, ankle. Again, heart reaching forward. Coming back to center, fingers reaching forward, heart reaching forward, maybe coming a little deeper in the forward fold one last time in the shape. Walk the fingers in, bring legs together. We're going to set up for bridge pose, lying back on the mat, feet on the floor, knees up, heels in, just till they touch tip of the fingers. On your inhale, press feet to the floor. Exhale, we'll lift the hips up high, either staying there or you can take an interlace behind the back, bring shoulder blades under the shoulders. Feel thighs squeezing together to lift the hips high, chest reaching both up and towards back of the mat, finding that opening through the front heart center. Gently releasing back down, coming to a neutral spine. Constructive rest, knees pressed together, one hand to the heart, one to the belly. And you're welcome to stay in constructive rest or one more back bend, either taking bridge again or Urdhva Dhanurasana. You can reach hands behind you. On an inhale, reaching hips up, feeling the heart reaching up and towards back of the mat. Again, keeping legs engaged to lift the hips up high. Gently releasing down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Hands can be by the sides or resting on the body. Taking a moment to center inwards again. Allowing the breath to slow down again. Inviting the mind to slow as well. Drawing the knees together. You can bring knees into the chest. Take a little rock side to side or circles with the knees. Release the lower back. We'll set up for a twist. Keep knees at a 90-degree bend. Lower them towards the left. If it's comfortable, you can extend the right arm and look back at the right hand. And we'll take that twist other side. Bring your knees up and over towards the right. Option to extend the left arm. Look back at the left hand. We'll come back to center, drawing knees into chest. Either stay rolling as a ball or happy baby, grabbing the feet, the ankles, maybe taking a little sway side to side, or any other movement that feels good before we set up for our final resting shape. And when you're ready for Shavasana, you can extend legs long down the mat, arms resting by the sides. Option to grab any props here to make yourself more comfortable. Allowing breath to come back to a natural rhythm. Coming back to your intention. Giving a moment of gratitude for your body, for your practice today. Once again, you can become aware of the body, movement to the fingers, to the toes. And on your own rhythm, roll over either side, pause for a moment. When you're ready, bring yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Take another moment here, settling inwards. Noticing the body, noticing the sense of openness. Having a moment to restore that energy and set the intention to spread that outwards. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.